Good morning. Welcome back. So today we're going to talk about being joyful as a way to find motivation in your schoolwork or whatever you're doing in the day. So we're going to start off with an activity called the joyful jellyfish, and then we'll hand it over to Miss Sarah for some more on motivation. So I have my brother-in-law here, Matt, to help me. And I'm gonna lead you guys through it. So what you'll need for this is a mat or a blanket or something you might wanna put on the floor to lie on. So go ahead and get those materials and we'll start now. Great. Okay, we have my brother-in-law here, Matt. He's gotten himself a mat for Matt and he is lying down and he is ready to go. So the first thing I want you guys to do is lay on your blanket or your mat and rest your arms loosely. So you can see his arms are loose and he's ready to go. Next, you're gonna close your eyes and notice your belly rising and your belly falling. You can go ahead and take 5 deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I want you to imagine and feel your muscles sinking into the floor beneath you. Let your body be as still as possible. Now imagine you are a jellyfish floating in the water. Try and let your worries or nerves about the day glide away and off of your body. Feel them slip away into the water. Now imagine you're floating freely through the sea. Nothing is in your way and nothing can hold you back. When you are done, rise slowly, taking your joyful jellyfish heart with you. Get ready for the day ahead, letting your worries wash away, and get ready and feel motivated for a day of remote learning. See you guys soon. Bye-bye. Off to Miss Sarah.
Thanks, Kyle Bryn. What a great way to picture a jellyfish just floating through the ocean, being calm and carefree, and picturing you guys being calm and carefree and ready to learn. A couple of updates before we start our activity today. I wanted to show you guys these caterpillars. They have turned into a cocoon. How cool is this? And one of them you can see fell down, but I looked up how to reattach it so that it can still hatch into a butterfly. So I'm going to reattach it to the ceiling to make sure that it's okay. And I hope that you also all had a nice restful break with some fun mixed in, and you're back and you're ready to learn. Sometimes it can be hard though to try and find motivation, which is kind of a fancy word for wanting to learn and wanting to do schoolwork, because we're not going to school with our friends. We don't get to see our teachers. So it can be hard to every day find a reason and a way to motivate ourselves to keep learning. So I want to think about doing our remote learning as our own journey. And on this road, we have different things along the road. So along this side here are our small goals that we're going to complete along the way and why we go to school and why we learn. Okay, on this side, we're going to have ways that we can take care of ourselves. Like let's say we were to stop in these stores and take care of ourselves along the way of our journey. On the top here, we have everyone who's looking over us and supporting us during our journey. Okay, and in the sun, the bright sun at the very end, is how or what our goal is at the end of all of this. So for me, I wanted to be a school counselor when I went to school. That was my goal. So I have my goal here to be a school counselor. Now, my smaller goals or smaller reasons for going to school is that it helps my brain grow. I learn new skills. It helps me become what I want to be when I grow up and change the world, which was a counselor. It makes me one step closer to summer. That was always a motivator. And the harder I work, the stronger I become. When something was hard for my brain and it made my brain hurt, I knew that I was learning something really, really important and I was going to come out stronger and better than ever. You guys are part of who have never done this before. So you guys are going to come out with a whole new skill set, which is pretty amazing. Along the side here, the way that where I would stop along the way to take care of myself, I have eating healthy meals and getting sleep, calling a friend when I need a break, doing some art when I need a break, talking to my family when I need a break, and getting outside and going for a walk when I need a break. That is a big one. I get outside every day. For the people who support me up here and who are looking down on me while I go on my journey, I have my parents up here. I have my own family, like my husband and my baby. I've got my friends who are always there for me to help me. And I've got people at school who are there to help me too. Kyle Byrne is like my partner, so she helps me a lot. But you guys have your teachers and principal and head of school. All the teachers are there to help you. So in the sky, that's what we're going to put up there is people who are there to watch over you. I'm going to show you guys step by step how to do this drawing. Kind of like when we look at our remote learning. It might look like a lot in the beginning, but if we break it down step by step and into smaller chunks, it's easier to handle. So for this project, we're going to need anything that you can draw with. I used markers and crayons for this, okay? And then a piece of paper. So I'm going to let you guys go do that, okay? And pause the video, and when you come back, we will begin drawing. So go ahead and press pause. And then when you are done, you can unpause. I'm gonna go ahead and scoot this down so that you guys can see what I am drawing here, okay? Okay, so to begin, we're going to I used a black and a green crayon, so that's to start, okay? One black crayon, one green crayon. We're going to start with a dot in the middle of the paper with our black crayon. That's going to be where our perspective is. From this dot, we're going to draw down to one corner of the paper and down to the other corner of the paper, like this. Okay, I'm going to place my page back down. Okay, from this center dot, I then go up to the top right of the corner paper, and then I switch my crayon to green, because that's the side of the trees, and go up to the other side. So now I've made kind of like an X with a dot in the middle. This is going to be the middle of the road that we're traveling on, okay? So now I'm going to add buildings. Now I'm going to just hold this and do this, even though it's not going to be a hard surface. So when you add buildings, okay, they're all going to line up along this line here. So I'll draw one down first and then I'll show you. Okay, so I draw a line straight down. That's going to be my first building. Then I'm going to draw another line down here and here. And I think that'll be all my buildings. I'll just have 4 buildings here, like so. Then I need to add a roof to these buildings, like this. That's one roof, another roof, and another roof here, okay? Now when I lay it back down, this is just a very rough sketch, so when I lay it back down, I will add more details. Oh, this one needs a roof too, okay? Now this side is the side of the trees. Okay, so I will switch to my brown crayon now. Okay, so then we do the same thing. We do a line for each tree. Okay, so here's one tree, will be another tree, and they get bigger as they go down. Okay, and my last tree. I'm going to put small little details, some little branches. Okay, again, it's just a very rough sketch. See that? And I will add more details as I go. The reason that I outlined with a green crayon is because I'm going to be adding the leaves at the top, like so. So when I roughly outline that, the green line will eventually get covered by all of the leaves there. Okay? Then I add a circle for my sun, wherever you like. I'm going to put mine right about here. And I add some clouds for all the people who support me. Okay? Clouds. Clouds. Okay, and I put sunbeams on my sun. Then I add little rectangles for the road. I add one more line from this point to this point for the sidewalk. Okay, with some small lines down like this. Okay, then I can add my vehicle that I'm driving. Maybe for this, yeah. Okay, the way that I drew my car was I did an upside down half circle, 2 circles, and a line across. And then I added a window and a little antenna. So now let me show you what it looks like. I'll put my paper down and show you what it looks like to add more details to this. So if I wanted to darken my trees, okay, I know that it's upside down. Okay, I might add a little more brown to it. Okay. And a little more trees, like so. Maybe I add some doors to my buildings, okay, like so. So then you can start adding details, okay? Now remember, along the way, okay, this is what you're going to include, okay? So your trees are going to become the small goals that you have while you are in school, okay? So again, I'm going to go over mine. My brain grows in school. It helps me be what I want to be when I grow up. It's one step closer to summer, and my brain is getting stronger, and I'm becoming a better learner and learning new skills. Okay? Along the way, the stores that I would stop at if I had to along my journey would be having healthy meals and getting sleep, calling a friend when I need a break, doing art when I need a break, talking to my family, and getting outside. My goal, the goal that I had when I was in school, was to become a school counselor. And I achieved that goal by doing all of these things to help take care of myself and by having all the people that help me and watch over me. So if I want you guys to place this next to you, and when you are done, put it on your desk wherever you are working so that you remember why you are going to school, what is your purpose of doing online learning, who is supporting you during that time, and then how you can take care of yourself. It's really, really important that you guys are taking care of yourself during this time. I know that this is all new and it can be hard to try and keep up with the work and stay motivated. And so I want you guys to work in small chunks, okay? Set a timer, do 15 minutes, okay? Take a small break, get a snack, call a friend, do something creative, go outside, reset your timer, and go back to work. In school, we get a lot more breaks than we think about. Sometimes we get up to sharpen a pencil. In between subjects, we put our books away. We walk to our cubby. So take small breaks like that. Get up and move your body whenever you feel like you need to. Give your brain those breaks, and you'll find that you can work longer and better when you do. So please post a picture when you are done of your road to motivation. Okay? What motivates you and your goal and who takes care of you during that time. And we will see you next week. Thank you all. And again, hope you had a wonderful break. Bye.